Hello, this is another episode of our podcast. Welcome back, I should say. Actually, this podcast is designed for you to speak fearlessly, work globally, and live without limits. And today I have a killer, a banger of a topic for you. It's something I wish somebody told me when I started this journey of self growth, of self discovery, and of self improvement overall. Now, this is also the first podcast where there is a video and audio version as well. So, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see me right now. If you're listening on Spotify, you can't see me, but if you want to see me, come on, it's over on YouTube. I also have some equipment set up. So, I have my nice little coffee, all right? This is because that podcast, I wanted to structure it first thing in the morning, where my thoughts are the clearest, where I feel like I can teach you most effectively. Not when I'm tired at the end of the day, because then I will view it differently. But in the morning, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go, and I can tackle teaching you this lesson, this mindset, without any obstructions or without any exhaustion, and my thoughts are centered, and I'm centered, my thoughts are clearer. I can articulate them better, and I can teach you in a way that I would like to teach you. So I will be drinking my coffee, I will be drinking my water. I also have my notes set up because the topic that we will speak about today, I wanted to cover really deeply because I feel like it's something that's not spoken about and many people struggle with it. So first, I would like to start with a story. I would like to tell you a story. This happened, I think, about 10 years ago. And it was summertime, like right now. So it was sunny, yeah, really warm. Don't remember the weather that summer. This summer is a little bit trickier. It's not that hot where I live, but that summer was quite hot. And I was 15 at the time. And when the summer began, I remember that there was this thing that happened to me mentally. And maybe it was beginning of puberty or something like that. But what you have to know is that when I was younger, I used to be really obese. I was fat. I had a really fluffy face and a fluffy body. I had many health problems because of that. I had problems with my back because I was sitting too much playing video games. I wasn't moving my body at all. I wasn't doing any sports. I sometimes went to play football, but that was it. And honestly, I was a little bit broken by that because I felt, first of all, about this time, it's where boys started being interested in girls and girls started being interested in boys. And I felt like the ugly duckling. Like there was nobody that was attracted to me. And honestly, who would be, right? Looking back at it right now. But I remember this moment very specifically because I decided to make a change. I decided I was done looking like obese child, like someone who doesn't take care of their body, like someone who wasn't taught the right habits when they were younger. I said I was totally done with it. Just because, and this is a huge point, I think, I wanted to try if it's possible for me to change my environment and to change myself. Because maybe if I could change myself, then I would be able to do all of those other things that are possible in the world that I saw on TV, that I saw online. And with that, I want to tell you that, so I made this decision and I went into it really head first. I didn't hold any horses. I really tried to lose weight in every way I could. So I would eat one meal per day. It would be just dinner. I wouldn't eat breakfast and I wouldn't eat supper at the end of the day. No, it was just dinner. That's it. Maybe some little snacks around the day. And I actually lost a significant amount of weight. Now, this sounds like a positive story because it is, trust me. This has probably been one of the biggest movers in my life. This was the biggest change that I made. And it sounds like a positive story, obviously, right? Because, well, I improved my appearance, I improved my attractiveness, I improved my health, and I'm very happy with that. But what I didn't expect, and this is the topic of our video here today, is the reaction of people around me. I thought it blindsided me. Because all of a sudden, especially in the beginning, when I started the journey, when I started the process of shedding weight and becoming someone better, all of a sudden I saw this resistance from my friends, from my family, from my colleagues, from everyone around me. And all of them tried to break me out of it. They talked about losing weight so fast being unhealthy. They talked about how I'm not taking care of my body, that I will faint, that I will lose my hair. They tried to scare me away from this goal. And as a really young person, I probably wasn't ready for that amount of attack. Like, honestly, they said to me that I will lose my hair just to scare me away from pursuing my goal. Think about this. You are obese. You have problems with, I had allergies all the time because my body was so inflamed. I had asthma. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I had back pain all the time because I was sitting so much and I wasn't moving my body. And you know, the first thing that happened when I wanted to lose weight and I actually started the process, the first thing that happened was I heard from the people around me that I will lose my hair and that I will faint and I will destroy my health and that it's just terrible for me and what are you doing? Right? Yeah. And I feel like this was the first time where I experienced the lesson that I want to teach you today. And the lesson is that if you are a high achiever, if maybe not even, so take it back. If you want to get better, if you want to outgrow your environment, and you have people around you who are on a similar level and they like you for who you are right now, they are comfortable with who you are right now, they will never understand you. Never. So anytime you want to improve and you want to outgrow certain trait or you want to change something about yourself, and this is so important to you because you feel like there is this vision burning inside you, this fire, this, I need this. I can see it, I can picture it. It's not reality yet, but I know I will be there, right? This, whenever you try to implement that in reality, people around you will never understand you. Your lovers, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, parents, friends, very rarely will there be someone who will understand you and who will be there for you to support you. And I think that this is one of the reasons why being a high achiever is so lonely sometimes. Being a leader, being somebody who takes charge and changes their circumstances in a big way, right? And we're getting a little bit slower because this is a lesson that I want to just hammer into your brain, because I think that this stops most people. What stops most people is not knowing what to do or being not qualified enough to do something, but it's being afraid of what other people will think about them or say about them or say to them. And now I think about that 15-year-old version of myself who heard all of those things. And you know what? I have to say, this silly goose stuck to his guns. He didn't quit at all. At all, actually. And he was, and I was, very strong in holding that vision, that fire, that goal that I had. It's almost unbelievable looking back at it now, because I wasn't yet the type of person like I am right now. Right now, of course, I have goals and ambitions, and when I want to pursue them, I do this, regardless of what the environment says. But back then, it was the first sign of high agency, a first sign that I can stick to something and that I can go against the crowd. Because going against the crowd is where all the magic happens in your life. It's not when you fit in with average. It's when you stand out. And I want to also give you, because this was the first time when I experienced it, but it wasn't the only time when I experienced this, because, wait, let me get my coffee. By the way, coffee is so delicious. I hope that you have something like that. There was another time where it also happened. This was when I started my first. This was, I don't know, maybe 2 years later, after 17. My first ever business where I would sell gym clothing to women. I will tell you that story some other time. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, your boy has some experience, not you lie. Some crazy stories. But I remember that I started this project, this selling gym wear for girls and for women. And I remember, of course, that I used the internet as a resource, so I promoted it on my social media, I put it on websites and so on. And I remember coming to school the first time after that has become quasi-public, because I wasn't a very popular person, like, oh, everybody knows what I'm doing. I was okay. No, it wasn't unpopular, like lonely, but I wasn't also very popular. And what happened was people started talking to me differently, because it was the same story like before when I wanted to lose weight. It's just I started breaking the mold, breaking the barrier, trying to attack the next level. And people who were on the same level were trying to grab at me and pull me down. And this is what people will do to you. When you try to break that mold, when you try to, hey, let's go higher, let's try. What they will do is they will grab you. Hey, come on, what are you doing? Sit down, right? And you just have to be so much stronger in your convictions, in your beliefs, and in your pursuit that you just ignore them. You punch them away. Hey, back off. It's my goal. I get to decide what I want. You don't get to decide. You don't get to tell me what to do, because I live for myself. I don't live for you. You need to have that power within you. Right? Because when they try to grab at you, they are not going to do it lightly, right? They'll tell you that, like they told me, that my hair is going to fall off, that I'm going to destroy my body and that I will die or whatever, right? Where I was dying actively at the moment. I was already dying. My body was so inflamed. I had so many allergies. When I would eat something, I would become a balloon. I had problems breathing. That's dying, basically. You're alive, but you're dying. And I just want to give you that permission to try, to break the mold, to be the guy who says, or the gal, my women in there watching, to say, no, I want something more. I want something different. I want something better. And when you are able to go and pursue that thing, you have to be ready for resistance. So The lesson that I want to teach you today is that normal, average people will not understand you if you are trying to make progress, if you are trying to become better. And think about the normal person, the average person, and think about their characteristics. So we like to speak about health, wealth, love, and happiness. Let's look at all of those areas. Let's start with health. How does the normal average person do in health? They're terrible. They are 3 out of 10, maybe even less. The average person is obese. The average person has zero muscle. The average person cannot run a kilometer without almost choking to death. I'm serious. Or without walking up the stairs. So, I mean, this is just the truth. The average person is terrible in fitness. Their diet, it's nonsense. They eat foods that destroy their body every day, that cause inflammation, that cause destruction of the insides of their body, that have like spikes and drops in glucose. They have no energy for the whole day, and they treat their body like a garbage can, right? When it comes to working out, the normal average person doesn't work out. If you work out, you're actually above average. Or if that's the only thing you do in your life, you will be just great shape. Top 10% of people in shape. You're winning with 50% of people already. You're above average. So this is when it comes to health. They probably are going to have high blood pressure or diabetes in the future, and unfortunately, they are going to pass away faster. This is the truth. People who have diseases, people who have diabetes, people who have obesity, unfortunately have a lower life expectancy than people who are fit and slim. Sorry, but this is the truth. You being angry at this will change nothing. Second one, how about their wealth? How about their money? Well, the average person doesn't have savings. They have $0 saved to invest in something or to buy something. Whenever there is an event, like some emergency, something happens, they have to borrow money from the bank. Please, Mr. Banker, give me money. Please, I need this, right? They have to beg, or they have to go to friends and ask, please, I need this money, give me this money. Please, I have zero, right? They have nothing. And the greatest measure of how wealthy you are is your net worth. Net worth is all of your assets, so the things that give you money, cash, cars, houses, stocks, businesses, those are assets, minus your liabilities. Liabilities are the things that you need to pay back, so basically that take away money from you. So these would be all of your loans, your mortgage, if you have some sort of a bill that you need to pay, credit cards, whatever, it just takes money out of your pocket every month, right? So all the loans that you have, so that most people, when they do that equation, so they go assets minus liabilities, they are negative. So they have a negative net worth. They have less than zero, right? You want to be that? You want to be less than zero in your net worth? Right? You're not even positive, like 1,000 positive, you're negative. Do you want this to be your life? Do you want to be normal, average, and accepted? I don't. Your choice. Next one, when it comes to love, really funny. I think that most people are really unhappy in their relationships. I think that they go into a relationship just to feel comfortable, to feel less lonely, to feel like there is someone with them, not because they feel fulfilled or because the person completes their soul. I love this quote by Niels Bohr, who says that in every human being there seems to be something infinite missing, right? And your partner is sort of the thing that, this is not the quote anymore, your partner is that thing that fills that gap, that your infinity, and completes you, or they should be, or I believe they should be. And I don't think this is true for most people. I think most people stay in relationships because they've been in this relationship for a long time, not because their partner actually inspires them to become a better person, not because their partner actually fulfills all of their needs, not because their partner is someone that they love. They are just familiar with them. And I think that if you looked at a good question to ask yourself if you are in a relationship right now is whether you would want your child, hypothetical or real, to date someone like your partner. If yes, then probably this is the right, okay person for you. If no, then what are you doing? So many people in the world. And you are sacrificing the limited time you have on this planet to be with someone who doesn't fulfill you. It's not the life that I want to live. If that's the life you want to live, fine by me. You can do whatever you want. But it's not the life that I want to live. And it's not the life that I want people who listen to me live as well. And the last one, happiness. The normal person, is the normal person happy? Of course they aren't. How can you be happy? We discussed their fitness, we discussed their wealth, and we discussed their love, relationships. How can you be happy? You don't even give yourself a chance. That's why most people are depressed. That's why most people don't want to be alive. That's why most people don't show happiness outside. They don't smile when you walk around. Have you ever noticed that it's rare that someone is like a smiley goofball walking around? Well, probably because they are sad inside. They feel broken. And it's the weight of unmet needs and of dead dreams that they are carrying is too much to smile. And I understand them. Now, I want to point out something to you, because I don't think that normal people are bad. This is not what I'm saying at all. So I describe the normal person, but I don't think the normal person is a bad human being. Some people are bad, obviously, but I think like the normal person, it's not someone who is bad if we judge them. I think that the reason for all of those things is that they are just not, they don't see the word clearly. Because if they saw the word clearly in a better way and they understood the world better, they had more knowledge about the world, they would change their actions and they would change their circumstances. Because, for example, if they saw their fitness clearly, their health clearly, they would make much different decisions. So the issue here is not that they are bound to fail, that it's impossible to change them. They just don't have the right education. They just don't have the right beliefs and the right mindsets to actually fix some things in their life. And for me, I think that if you can get a more accurate, more real view of something in your life, you will improve it. If you get a more real view of your fitness, if you'll get a more real view of your wealth, if you will get a more real view of your love or of your happiness. Because it's not because they are evil. It's because they don't understand reality. They don't see reality clearly. And if they saw reality clearly, they would be much better off. And the results wouldn't be so terrible. I mean, it's a dark view for people who are trying to achieve certain things. That you have all of these people who will try to hold you back. But I'm here to tell you that there are also people who will try to bring you up. And that you will not be alone forever. I love this idea from Chris Williamson and Alex Hormozy that's called the lonely chapter. And the lonely chapter is when you have to go through a period of you separate from your current group of friends because you want to do better. You want to quit drinking alcohol, or you want to start a business, or you want to get healthy, make progress in your life overall. But you are not yet on the level to get new friends. So there is this middle zone of like you left your current friend group, but you're not good enough, you're not that developed to have the next group of friends. And this is that period in between, it's called the lonely chapter, when you have to stick to it and you don't know if this is going to work. This is what people also don't speak about. Whenever you're trying to make progress, you never know if this is going to work. This is what makes it beautiful, but this is also what makes it very difficult. So it's, because when you try to lose weight, you don't know if you will succeed. I think you will, but you don't. When you're trying to start a business, 90% of businesses fail, right? When you're trying to be in a relationship with this person, you don't know if they will be a right fit for you, right? If you try to get married to someone, same thing happens. And I mean, this is the price for making progress in your life. And you can't really put it other way. But I also wanted to talk to you about the mindset to approach this and how to combat this. Maybe not combat, but how you can solve this problem forever, where you will not feel like you're sacrificing something. Well, maybe you are sacrificing something, but you will have a better mindset. So there is this story of Mark Zuckerberg. Second time I mentioned Mark Zuckerberg in 7 episodes of my podcast. Mark, call me up. We can do some collab. But the thing is, there is this story where they got sued because Facebook broke some rules, violated some laws in a certain area, and they needed to pay a fine. And the fine was huge. It was, I think, maybe 10 to 20 million dollars that they needed to pay. And there is this story where Mark Zuckerberg walks into a meeting and everybody's bummed. Everybody said like, oh my God, we have to pay this huge fine. We lost the court case and so on. And he says that to his team, it's just the price of doing business, right? It's not something to be eliminated. It's the price of doing business. And I want you to take that mindset of this is the price of doing business and apply it to whenever you try to grow, whenever you try to make progress and you feel people grabbing at you. So you just say to yourself, not to them, you say, this is the price of doing business. This is the price of becoming the person that I want to become. And because it's so important to me, I am willing to pay that price every day, because these people don't even care about who I am. They only want you to make them comfortable. So people, I put it in every description, people don't want the best version of you. They want the one they're the most comfortable with. And those are totally opposite versions, right? One that they are most comfortable with and the best version of you, because they are probably not comfortable around the best version of you. Who is, right? Think about the best version of you, right? Strong, upright, confident, rich, healthy, happy. You're probably uncomfortable around that person, right? But it doesn't mean that you should sacrifice who you want to become for their comfort. Okay? And this is the mindset that you can take in those situations. This is just the price of doing business, and this is expected. It's not a surprise for you. When your coworker says, "Oh, look at you, you're losing weight," it's expected, of course. It's because you're overtaking her. you are on the same level now. You're higher, so she either has to bring you down to her level, or she has to separate herself from you because she will feel bad about herself, right? Coworker is one thing. What about if it's your husband or your wife? This also happens, huh? That's why you have to be really careful in who you choose as a life partner. My life hack for choosing partners in life: choose someone who has bigger dreams for you than you do for yourself. And this way, you are choosing a person who loves you more than maybe you even love yourself. And yeah, another thing that I wanted to touch on today, I'm staying on my notes. I want this podcast to be didactic. I want to teach you something. That's why it's not only chatting, but there is a lot of lessons that I'm trying to put into your brain so that you can have a clearer view of reality, so that you can live a life without limits. This is what this is for. Life without limitations of other people, of anything, basically. Whatever tries to put limitations on you, I want you to live a life without those limitations. A life of freedom and independence and of strength. And another thing that I had on my notes is operationally, how can you know who to trust and not to trust? And first of all, you can't know for sure. You'll never know 100%, oh yeah, I can trust this person. Because sometimes there are people who can play a role really well. They're good actors. Not like Leonardo DiCaprio in his movies. I'm always blown away by this guy and his acting skills. But they're real good actors in their life. Because if they had to do what Leo does, they wouldn't be able to do it. But if it comes to when it comes to cheating on people around, they're really good. They could win an Academy Award for all I know. But first, what I do right now is whenever I meet somebody new, I try to get the vibe of the person. So I will look at how they dress, I will look at how they speak about other people, I will look at what they do, and this is the most important one, because logical things can only guide you so far. I listen to my gut, I listen to my intuition, and trust me, you can feel it, especially when you don't silence it. You can hear your gut, you can hear your intuition when you are talking to a person, like, this person, I don't feel so good talking to them. And other people who talk like, yeah, I feel safe. I feel like this is someone who is contributing to my growth. And so, number one, listen to your intuition. Logical things are there, of course, and it shows, but don't let yourself be played by other people. Listen to your gut and to intuition. How do you feel speaking to this person? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel positive? Do you feel like you've just completed a marathon that you can take on the world, right? Listen to your emotions, listen to your feelings and your intuition. And when you get a feeling that this person is not good for you, well, you'll need to protect yourself. Let me tell you another story. And this is a parable. Parable is a story that's repeated. It's like metaphorical and so on. But I really like it. There is a father and a son, and the son finishes his I think 21st year of existence, so his 21st birthday. And as a gift from his father, he receives a car, and his dad says to him, "Son, I don't know how much this car is worth. Can you please go to the car salesman and he will tell you how much the car is worth." So the son goes to the car salesman, and he asks him, "Hey, so what can I get for this car?" And the son comes back and says to his dad, the car is worth $1,000. It's not much. I'm sorry. And the dad says to his son, well, son, go to the junkyard. Maybe if we sell it by parts and they will just destroy the car and make metal out of it, then we'll be able to get more. So the son goes to the junkyard with the car and asks, well, so how much can I get for this car? And he comes back. When he comes back, he says to his dad, it's 500. It's $500. It's less. And the dad says, okay, so go to this man. See what he tells you. And the son goes to the guy, asks him, so how much is this car worth? Then he comes back to his dad and he says, Dad, you are not going to believe this. This car is a collectible. It's one of a kind. And it's worth $60,000. And the dad says to his son, well, son, in life, your value is dependent on who you are dealing with. And I tell myself this story especially when I feel like someone is not valuing me enough. That am I going with a $60,000 car with my goal or my belief to the junkyard who want to give me $500 for it, for work? Are you working for people who look at you as a $60,000 collectible car or as a piece of junk and metal that they can change for any other piece of metal? In relationships, in anything, do you look at yourself as a $60,000 car, collectible, one of a kind, or do you look at yourself as a metal that can be exchanged for something else? I want to give you the last one. So here I also think I want to highlight this point. You need to guard and protect your dreams from other people. And I am really serious about this because I've had so many experiences where I will say a goal to somebody and they will try to destroy it. And you need to treat your goals like your children. This is your child. This is a metaphor for all of those parents at home who are getting angry right now. Treat them the same way as if you would treat a child, right? So how do you treat a child? You are protective. You don't let strangers around your child. You don't let negative people or people who want to damage your child around it. Basic parenting 101. You feed your child and you cultivate it, right? You give it the activities that it needs and time to grow. You are not expecting your 1-year-old child to run. You're giving it time. You're like, slow, right? It grows slowly. First, it's crawling, then it's walking slowly, but a little bit awkwardly. Then it's walking stably, then it's running. This is how you need to look at your goals, the same exact way. So when you have a goal, first of all, don't say it to people. Why would you say to someone who probably doesn't care about your goals what your goals are? Why? So there are two things happening here. First of all, I've read that you get the same dopamine release as if you would have already achieved the goal. Think about this. You're teaching your brain that you don't need to do the work. You can just tell other people. But I don't care about this that much. Second, this is more important, it loses its power. When you give it to other people, you give it away, before it's ready, before it's done, you're killing it. It's like going with the same metaphor. It's like putting a 5-year-old child to play a match with professional football players. Is it ready? No, not at all. But you do that to your dreams and goals all the time. It's not ready. And you haven't done enough work. You haven't given it enough time to grow. But you will happily just give it to other people. Hey, yes, here are all my goals and dreams. There you go. Now, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? What do I care? What do you care? What do you think? It's not their goal. It's not their child that they should take care of, right? So just guard your goals, protect them, nourish them, give them water, give them whatever they need to become to come to fruition, because they are coming. If you take care of them right, if you give them enough time, if you give them the right resources, attention, care, and you will not give it away to someone who's going to destroy it, your goal is coming to you. There is no other way around it. That the things you want are coming to you. You just have to treat them right. You have to treat them like a newborn child and protect them from the world, because the world is a dangerous, cruel place. And if this mindset doesn't resonate with you, it's because your dreams are probably not that big. Because if they were, you would feel that energy from other people. So start dreaming bigger as well. And I think that this is the lesson that I wanted to teach you today. I've completed all my objectives for this podcast. So if you enjoyed listening to this, if you are on YouTube, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. If you're on Spotify, follow me, rate my podcast, 5 stars, obviously, come on, what else could you give it? And if you want to get my list of top 50 books that changed my life, that enabled me to forge and build myself into the person that I am today, it's the first link in the description. It's called Read Like a Native, Speak Like a Boss. Much love, and see you in the next one.